When I was 13, I remember my parents sitting my brother and I down and telling us that we were going to move, which to me at the time was quite a shock. At the time we lived abroad for about 8 years, so I'd more or less grown up outside the US, and I never considered that we would move. And that summer, I remember being on a trip and having to text all my friends that I wasn't gonna be coming back. In 3 days, well actually it's now 2 days. In 2 days I'm moving somewhere completely new to me. I've only actually visited there once, and even though I've moved before, this time it will be different, because I'm going to college. Moving is a bittersweet experience. That sounds cliche. Of course it is. Most things are pros and cons. You explore a new place, and you meet incredible people. It's all about exploration and adventure, at least to me. And I love it. But the flip side is you push a restart button on your social life. You have to make new friends, find a new community, and learn the environment that you're in. Not to mention you have to come to terms with the people you left behind. There are people who you will never see again, and that's simply the reality of it. This will be the first time, though, that I'm living without my family. As much as I'm excited, no, ecstatic. I feel like I'm underestimating how much I love being around my family, and that I'll miss them a lot. I played basketball with my brother and father yesterday. And of course, my brother and I got smoked, but when we finished and started walking home, we realized that this was probably our last game together before I go off to college. And I thought back to all the times when I was a kid when my brother, father, and I shoot hoops. The little Tykes hoop in the hallway, the driveway hoops. Sure, we'd play again, but I realized it was the end of an era, not just for basketball, but for my childhood. And that made me happy because I was happy to have that childhood. Here's the thing, I'm hyped to meet new people. And I want to learn so much. Heck, just think about the professors for a minute. Think about how much knowledge you could learn from someone who's dedicated their career essentially to studying one subject matter and then just teaches people that. That's freaking crazy. That's so awesome. There's so much you could do with that. There's the anxiety of going to a new environment too, of course. The anxiety pretty much of the unknown, which for a long time has scared me, especially when it comes to people. I usually think, what will people think of me? Or will people like me? And in my rather, let's say, short span of existence, I've begun to realize, one, I have absolutely no idea what people are thinking, and I shouldn't even try to guess. And two, pretty helpful for me to just take a moment and think of, put myself, as cliched it is, put myself in the other person's shoes. Think about what they would think if I were them. What I would think if I were them. That's confusing. For example, let's say I trip and fall in a grocery store, okay? We've been there. If I were a bystander, I'd probably think, oh, are they okay? Or more, I hope I would, as the bystander, say that aloud. I would hope I'd say that aloud. And then I'd probably go on about my day and not think much more about it. People just only pretty much remember events that they have a strong emotional attachment to in the moment. There's scientific evidence for that. Science. We love science. And fortunately for me, most people don't have strong emotional reactions to the dumb stuff I do. You're probably not going to remember this video. Let's just keep it a buck. So if I embarrass myself, this fear of the unknown, of what a new place will bring or what people will think of me, just turns into an opportunity for adventure. That's kind of my new state of mind for this. I'm not sure how this change of thought actually helps, but it does. At least a little bit. Sure, the anxiety is still there, but now I'm actually kind of excited to now partake in the exploration of the unknown. I think it's because there's a risk involved with the unknown, but the reward of the adventure of meeting new people, exploring or moving somewhere new is that you can make memories, make new amazing friends, and just learn a ton more. Basically, facing your fears is an adventure. And adventures bring opportunities. Wow, felt too wise for me. Felt like that was above my class. I'm ignorant and naive, let's keep it a buck here. But at least it will be an adventure learning from my mistakes. Look how I tie it all together. It's like a nice bow. I'm gonna miss my family a lot. I keep thinking about it, but I'll see them again soon, and I'm obviously gonna stay in touch. Let's keep it a buck. I have a phone for a reason. Yeah, I may as well take advantage of that, okay? God's got a plan for me, and I'm excited to see where it takes me. Woo! Let's go! Yes.
freaking go, bro.
Oh, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be such a crazy trip.